Hi, it's me again. Today I'm going to make a journal spread using this printed image from a photo I have taken 15 years ago, as you can see in Paris. And I just, picked some papers I have received from my dear darling pen pals, and I just picked something, and let's see what's this how it will turn out, because I have absolutely no idea how to use it. But let's start. I will decorate a journal spread to this old journal of mine that really needs some loving care and attention, because there's still few sheets, and then it's all finished. And now I just move them here and start doing something. This photo, I put it right there while I'm trying to find similar kind of matching papers for it. Let's see. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to start with this one. I have taken this photo myself with an old-fashioned camera, the analog one. I think it was a Nikon. How do you spell it in English? Sorry. And I have totally forgotten which one it was, but it was I used an old-fashioned black and white film in it, and the original photo has such beautiful, soft, old-fashioned, magic in it, that I almost cried when I saw it. It takes my breath away to think that you just can't have this kind of images with iPhones or whatever you use these days. I can't use cameras anymore because they are too heavy for my hands. I can't hold up one, I would drop it. So I have to use phones, my iPhone, which is not that great actually, but it will do. But as I told you, I have taken the photo 15 years ago. It was a really, really hot July afternoon. It was actually the day after the French Independence Day. Or was it the same evening? I don't remember. But we were heading towards the Eiffel Tower with my husband, and intended to go there. I was 3 years old when I first was in Paris with my parents, and we were going to go to the Eiffel Tower, and it started to rain. And I remember sitting in the park with my dad, and he said that, "Sorry, darling, we can't go there in this heavy rain. We need to postpone it for the next trip to Paris," which happened happens to take place something like, well, 20 years later, 25 years later or something. But and then when I was there with my husband, it started to rain. It started really. It was a really heavy thunderstorm, and I thought this can't actually happen. That I'm Paris again and again. I can't go to the Eiffel Tower, and at the same time, it felt quite a relief as I really am afraid of high places. But suddenly the rain stopped and we could go there. But you know, I climbed it all the way up there, and I was so scared I couldn't enjoy anything. The same happened with the Florence, Duomo, when we were in Italy and went there, and well, you know, if you have this kind of, phobias, how it feels. But this photo has so much story in it. It rains and the lights are sparkling and people are starting to run from under the trees, and it's nice to have memories. But now, as you can see, I have clearly no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway because it's so much fun. I haven't done this for ages. And I have spent the past month or so in my bed aching to be able to do something, so it feels nice. And if you know me, you have probably noticed that I'm not that fussy about how things will turn out. They just, well, if it feels right, it's the most important part. I really want to use this one. I have saved it for so long, but let's see. And I think it would be time for me to decide where this one would go, or if I use the bigger one I had. Yes, I will use that one. But oh my goodness me, I managed to, well, does it happen to you that you just actually forget what you were saying, but it doesn't matter? Sometimes I feel quite stupid talking alone here with Mr. Hemingway, our cat, as a company, so I can pretend I'm talking to him and not to myself for the camera and for the maybe someone who will watch this video maybe someday. As you can see, I love to use something for blending the different kind of papers kind of together, and I really should change this one. It's not working quite well, but leaving marks on my I am sorry I'm not that chatty today, I realize, but you know, it's okay sometimes to be more like a Finn, actually, not talking that much. Well, I think I have made a mistake with this, making this one, but I think I can manage with it. Okay. I use this, as you may have seen, this glue. I haven't been able to find another one which would be quite as good as this one for actually sticking the papers together. Well, you know, I just enjoy the silence of our empty house as my children are out with my husband, and there is an absolute silence here. It feels strange, and I constantly found myself whispering because it's so silent, and I hope you can hear me in the end. Okay, now I think what I need is some washi tapes. I think I can find one among these. If I can't, let's face it, that would be rather embarrassing. Okay, let's find something with a hint of blue and green. I love Tim Holtz tapes. They are my absolute favorite tapes. But they do seem to have this problem, or then it's just me that sometimes they don't stick, or they just kind of peels off. But let's hope it's not going to happen this time. Okay. There is absolutely no sense in it, but you know, when I see it, I see my different friends and remember their letters and think about them. So there's a lot more meaning in it than you could think if you just have a glimpse. I think this is too large for it, and this mademoiselle would be absolutely brilliant. Yes, there. as you can see, I have no clue what I am doing, but it's fine. You can just play forward and see how it ends if you don't have time to watch me, you know, trying to figure it out what I want. Okay, and now the fun part of this kind of journaling is that when you have no idea or you know, image in your head when you start, it kind of set the tone for the whole thing. You maybe or then that's it's just me. You don't actually you know, I'm trying to find a right word. It's not something you do on purpose. You don't have a particular goal or something, but you just do it because it's fun. And something it's really good for your brains, you know. At least I think so. I read an article a couple of days ago that but I don't remember anymore who did it or where and so on, but it was something, you know, as an ex-researcher, that I was quite impressed that it's actually a relevant study. They said that young people prefer to be what's the, you know, electric shock. I don't remember the medical term in English, but you know, the one when they use for really depressed people or so. So these young people chose to have this electric shock instead of being 10 minutes alone. Can you believe it? It just made me so sad. I cried. I actually and honestly cried because I thought, what is wrong with people if they can't be 10 minutes alone with their thoughts? They even they prefer to be heard instead of being alone. And this is not now because I'm talking to you. I'm not actually alone with my thoughts. But you know, when you are alone with crafting and focusing on beautiful images and just kind of let go, your subconscious does marvelous things, I think. And you kind of gently go through these maybe hard times you are having and hard feelings and stressful ideas, and somehow, at least for me, they are just that tiny little bit easier to cope with after you have I'm trying to find a word. After you have been with them, with your thoughts, and done something together with them, you know, like crafting, gently acknowledging they are there and taking them just one tiny thought at a time. Now I'm preaching again, sorry. My children always say that, Mom, stop it. Because, you know, I am a theologian and I have this habit of preaching. It kind of comes naturally. Okay, today is a Saturday, so I use this one. And now I think it needs something, not much, because sometimes too much is too much, and you can breathe if you know, too much is too much. But finding the balance, what's enough and too much, is interesting. I think we're never going to actually learn it. I think I need something soft in here. Because, you know, I need some kindness and beauty. This is my papery stamp. As you can see, I'm quite tired, because I'm going to finish it. And as you can see, it takes more time than normally for me to decide which thing goes where. Normally I just go with it. Okay. I think this is going to be the most boring video I have ever made, but if we learn something for it, let it be that sometimes it's okay to be boring. Now, I do have these beautiful scissors I got from a friend, but instead I'm using these Finland 100-year anniversary scissors by Fiskars. Not sponsored advertisement, just you know, basic human logic. When you have to cut something big, use big scissors. Okay. I want something feminine, I want something soft and pink-ish. You know, this is my favorite color on planet Earth. This one. This soft plum-like purple, and you might have noticed it by now, but today I feel I need it more than anything. You know, I feel a bit low today, maybe, if I'm honest. And why not? Because, you know, I applied for permanent pension because of my disabilities. And the doctor says I'm not going ever to be able to work again. And I have waited for 4 years now to get a permanent pension because, well, let's face it, I have genetical things, diseases, illnesses that won't go away like ever. I'm not going to be better, it's going to be worse, and I'm just fine with it. But it would be much easier to live my everyday life without actually my subconscious thinking every once in a while, every single day, says I don't have the permanent pension next year. I don't know if I got my social benefits, what I am going to do, what we are going to do, our family. And it eats me, even though I know everything will turn out the best. It has always done it. God has made it very clear that He takes care of us. But you know, when if you happen to be human, you kind of worry. Even if you know that everything is going to be just fine in the end, you just worry. It's human. It happens. And although I'm relieved that I got it for a year, it means that I have to apply again next year, and I don't know how it will turn out and so on. And uncertainty isn't nice. It's okay in everyday life. I'm okay with my illnesses and the uncertainty they bring. You know, that I don't know if today when I wake up that this day what today will bring. I don't ever know what will happen each day, and if I wake up, when I wake up, how it will be. But you know, it's different to be okay with yourself and things that just, you know, cannot be altered. But the bureaucracy side of things is frustrating. And so my thoughts are today a bit random, as you can see, but it's no secret. I'm fine with the idea that I'm disabled, and I can talk about it. I know there are lots of people out there. You know, I have done it so long now that I simply can't sit longer than a few minutes more, then I need to rest the rest of the day. But it's okay. It's going to be finished in a moment. Why I chose yellow when I was going to go for blue. But you know, those watchers who struggle with their everyday life, you know, you don't need always to feel okay. And please, this is thing you can just, you know, you don't have to listen, you don't have to think if you are not that religious person. I am, and as an Scandinavian Lutheran, we don't talk about it that much. It's a private thing, our faith. But I need to say this one time, that even if I believe in God and that He really takes care of me, it doesn't mean that I am a lesser person or bad or anything. If I feel bad, if I feel low, if I feel pain, if I cry, if I'm anxious, or if I'm, you know, I'm struggling with believing that tomorrow will be fine, it's not always okay to be fine. You know, you can feel low. You are entitled to it, and that is the thing I really struggle with. You know, hearing the cultural difference between well, how can I put it? You know, I'm a theologian in the end, archaeologist and theologian, and I have read my share of you know, religious stuff, and I don't like people telling me, even if I know they are meaning well, I don't like to hear that okay, this is honest talk, but I am Finn and we do speak frankly. I'm not comfortable with people saying that they are praying for me, and they believe that if I believe hard enough, I am going to be okay, and I am going to get healed or anything or something or whatever. You know, end of story. I think I'm not going to talk about it anymore. It makes me so angry. Okay, let's add some instant magic to my work. But the point of my little speech I decided to not finish was that don't be too hard on yourself. Your life would be much easier if you are okay with your feelings. Where do I put this? Let's try this one. I managed to mess it up. But it's still instant magic. And I need a dream or 2 or 3 or something. Actually, I definitely need 2 or 3. As you can see, I'm not sure if this video will ever see the light. So if I'm uploading it in the end, it means that I have had a good and honest thought with myself and decided that it's okay with my very unusual ramblings of you know, feelings of disabled person. Okay, as you can see, it could be ready now. I'm not at all okay with it, but let's face it, I have made it for over half an hour. And if you do just something as simple as a journal spread, it's okay if half an hour is enough. So I want to add just a tiny touch of soft green in it. You know, something like in the photo. There, but this isn't actually working. Oh, I love this. I don't know if it's mulberry paper or rice paper or whatever. Please, if you know where to find such lovely papers, it's kind of kashi or washi paper or Japanese paper or something, I don't know. We don't have it here in Finland. We don't have just such beautiful soft papers, you know, when you tear them, they will have this really soft, nice look. Please tell where you find Schatz papers if you happen to know. I would be really happy to know where to get some more of these. Okay, now there's a bit of contrast in there, but as you can see, they pop up too much. So I will add something. Maybe this will do. And if you have followed me for a while now, you may have noticed that even though I have a habit of creating really soft and romantic look, they actually always have a bit of edge in them, because I don't like that everything is too soft. There's, you know, that undertone in life too. Everything is, it's not easy. It has to have that kind of crack in it in order to the beauty getting more visible. So for me this is a bit too cute, but I think I still might give up any minute now. One thing I'm going to create a whole series of videos later is about light, because you know I have been asked several times how to create that Scandinavian look I have in my journals, and I honestly didn't know I have a Scandinavian look in my journals, but apparently I do, and I thought it a bit and I realized that it might have something to do with the fact that we have a different light here in Scandinavia than in most parts of the world. I have been, only I have visited only European countries and Israel, but you know, the light is harsh or not bright actually, but you know, cold, crisp, somehow focused. I can't just now find a word, but this is a subject I'm going to create videos to show the difference between you know, the light we have and the light in, let's say, Great Britain. Only I have visited just England and Wales, but you know, the light is really soft, a bit greyish, but soft. Then France, it's, for me it's either a bit pinkish or a bluish but soft light. And then for example well, I remember Germany having a bit of brownish light in the air, but I'm not sure if I need to check my photos. But you know, it's the light that makes things so different, and I thought that I would try to challenge myself and try to capture that light in some of my work to show you the difference between Scandinavian light and European light in general. So I know it's going to be fun to create, you know, Ponte Vecchio in Florence in sunset when you eat ice cream and listen to an opera singer rehearsing on the street. The light is soft, it's a bit orange and pink and brown with a hint of blue, but it's really, really pastel soft. Or then the light in Riviera, French Riviera, and and so on. It will be totally different from the light we have here in Finland or Scandinavia, actually, because we traveled through Scandinavia during the summer vacation, and I can say the light is the same throughout here. I think I left this out. Okay, so here it is. After 45 minutes of me talking nonsense and doing something I absolutely have no idea how or what or when or why or etc. But you know, after I said it, I need to do this one tiny thing more, because I just can't bear the idea of this edge. Okay, now finished. So thank you for watching this video with so much memory in my head that it just came out. And as you can see, here are my previous spreads. So I really am looking forward to finish it. And this one is made entirely with papers from I have got from my friends, so it's a true memory book. Now I wish you a very, very lovely weekend and lovely day, and remember to be gentle towards yourself today and tomorrow too. Thank you for watching, and we will see, or you will hear about me soon, I hope. Bye bye.